So we're going to do a little bit of, sorry, our technical team stuttered there a bit. We're going to do a little bit of weights. You don't need weights. You can have bottles of water, tin of beans. You can even put rice in little plastic bags. Mine is 1 kg. Meg's is just under 1 kg. And this isn't about brute force and ignorance. It's just about doing a few little warm. As we know, I like doing my little exercise. Meg's trying to build her upper body, and I'm trying to build my upper body. So we're just going to start by bringing our hands up into an I surrender. My palms are facing towards. I'm on the tripod of my feet, and my knees are nice and soft. Breathing out, bring the hands together. Breathing in, come back down. Breathing out, breathing in. Now I want to keep my shoulders nice and relaxed. I'm not straightening my arms totally, kind of just like drawing them into a little circle. I'm going for 6, for 5, for 4, and keeping my pelvic floor and core nice and engaged. Last one, and now I'm going to close my book, drawing the hands in, opening out. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. Breathing in, breathing out. So Meg and myself are probably, you're feeling it, are you, immediately?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. And you don't need heavy weights for this. You just need light little weights. Like most of the time with you guys in class, I'm using 1 or 2 kg weights. Sometimes with the guys, you go about to 2 or 3. But really, you don't need anything heavier. You're going for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Now you're going to stay out in that I surrender, and you're drawing your hands down, but keep the elbows at the same level, coming back up. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Keep control on the wrist. Don't let the wrist go all floppy on you. For 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Now you're going to bring your hands just to the side. You're going to imagine that you're zipping up your jacket, zipping it down and opening your arms out. So zip up and zip down. And again, don't really need to go any further than your shoulders. So I didn't do a video yesterday. I went for a walk yesterday with my niece, and I did a few exercises at home. But I found that I kind of just slumped yesterday. I just was at a kind of a mental slump. I went to bed really early last night. Well, really early as in about 11:30. And yeah, and I had a bit of a sleep in this morning. I just was, you know, it was just like I just had hit kind of a bit of a wall. And then this morning we got up and we went for a sea swim, and now we're back into it. But just, I know myself, my mental health hasn't been great in the past, and that I really need to kind of keep on top of doing my exercises. 2 more. Last one now, we're going to keep our arms out nice and long, palms are facing. We're going to circle back for 20. 1, 2. Now try and keep your shoulders relaxed when you do this. You kind of feel like tensing your shoulders. For 10, 9. These are Madonna's favourite exercises. 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite direction. Circle and circle, circle and circle. Breathing out, breathing in. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend into the side. I'll just come to the side so whoever's looking at me can see. I'm bringing my arms up and swinging back. Now I'm not changing the shape of my arms. I'm just burning those back of the arms. Can you feel it on the back of the arms a little bit? So keep the nice little shape. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Keep it nice and relaxed on the body. For 5, for 4, for 3, our music stopped. For 2. Now stay back, just keep the arms back like this. You're going to kick back those arms, bend back. Really squeeze them back, lovely. Breathing out, breathing in. For 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Last one, we're going to hold it back straight, and you're just going to pulse those arms, lovely. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw both hands together and just bring the weights into both hands. If you want to make an X with those, if it's more comfortable for you to hold them, you can make an X. Now, I'm going to lean slightly forward, so I'm tipping slightly forward. I'm bringing my hands up above my head and I'm going to bend back and straighten. Now, I want to think about my pelvic floor, my core, so we make breathing out. I was thinking that if anybody was just sitting at home watching these videos, you could play a drinking game with milk or wine, whichever, of every time I say lovely, you have to take a drink. Because I realised that when I'm teaching class, I say lovely quite a lot.
Oh God, we need to teach you skills.
For 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Now keep it straight, just straighten, and again bring the arms just down, and you're going to turn your hands away from the body. Now just small little circles, breathing out, come up. You can clap the weights together if you want. Breathing in, come back down. And again, breathing out, breathing in. 5 more. Breathing out. Thanks very much. I've had some fantastic texts over the last few days from people thanking me for these videos, and it just means a lot that you're getting something out of it, because as I said, I need to do this for my mental health as well, but I'm thrilled that some of you are really finding it beneficial. Some of you are doing it before work, some of you are just doing it in the evening. Just any sort of suggestion that you feel. We're going to do another little bit of bar, because I did get a suggestion that the bar is really benefiting some people. Last one, and you're just going to bring your hands down to the side. Now, we're going to, and again, you don't need to use your weights for these. If you want to just do them without the weights, you can hold on to a counter. I'm just going to bring the bar in between Meg and myself, just at any stage, if one of us feel that we want to use it. And again, because I probably don't have an exact plan of what we're going to do, anything can happen. As we all know from my normal classes, it can go anywhere. I will name check one person, Gemma, who always knows when I've made it up on the spot. She always knows when I do. So I'm just going to keep the weights in my hands just to begin with. We're in parallel, we're on the tripod of our foot, and what we're going to do is we're just going to bend our knees nice and gently, come up onto the balls of our feet, straighten and lower. Bend, lift, straighten and lower. So plie, releve, extend and down. Now I'm keeping my core nice and engaged. This is just warming up my feet, warming up my ankles, warming up the knees, and it's really good for anybody who has knee issues. Again, if you want to hold on to that bar for that little bit of support, these are all fine for pregnancy as well. Just make sure when you're pregnant that you have water close by and that you're able to speak. Straighten and down. We're going to do 2 more. Plie, straighten and down. Last one. Now we're going to hold it here. We're going to pulse, pulse, pulse. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. Pulse, pulse. 3, 2, 1. Come back down. I'm going to bring my legs a little bit wider. Now this time we're going to come into a curtsy. We're going to go side to side. Okay. The leg that comes behind is the arm that stays still as I go across, back to centre, across, back to centre. And again, you don't need to use the arms here. You can just keep it nice and steady with your hands down by the side.
So the 80s aerobic.
Probably is actually. Breathing out, you're just using the side. You're using a little bit of your obliques as you come across. For 6. For 5. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. For 4. For 3. For 2. Now hold the 1, hold it, and you're just going to pulse, 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 pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch, pulse, 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 pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back. You're now going to come into that ballet first, or 5 to 1. Now we're going to bring a little bit of arm movement into it. So as we plie, we're going to come forward, and so we're going to go plie, releve, straighten, down. Plie, releve, straighten, down. Plie, releve, straighten, down. And remember, again, you don't need to use the hands. You don't have to use weights, just circling around for 4, for 3, for 2. Now the last one we're going to hold it, so just hold it with the arms just above the head as you pulse. Pulse, relax those shoulders, have those arms just above your head like a little jewelry box ballerina for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come all the way back up. And again, we're coming out a little bit wider, so into that ballet second position. And again, this time all we're going to do is keep our hands by the side. As we plie, we're going to bring our hands, I'm just going to move that a little bit back. I might whack myself.
No injuries.
No injuries.
Okay.
So we want to just plie, come back up. Now, what you want to make sure of here is that you don't kind of stick your bum out. You want to feel like you're like bread in a toaster. I was going to say toast in a toaster, but breathing out, breathing in. And again, you're trying to trace those knees over those toes, breathing out, breathing in. For 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Now the last one we're going to hold it down and we're going to come up onto the ball of one foot, back down. See the shaking there? Up,
Yeah.
back down. Relax those shoulders, back down. For 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1 opposite side. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Keeping that pelvic floor and core. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Now you're going to turn your hands as you come up onto both balls of the feet. You're going to draw in, reach out. Draw in, reach out. Breathing and going. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one we're going to hold it, Maggie.
Okay.
And we're going to pulse, pulse, pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten, shake out those legs. Now, you can again hold the weights, or if you want, you can hold onto the bar. These are the ones I've been doing myself just the last few days before we go in to do our push-ups, so they're done. And we'll do a few tricep dips. Meg and myself are doing a few things just together. So these are called attitudes. Some of you have done these with me in the class. You can just bring one weight into your hand. It's just awkward to hold 2 weights. And again, I'm just going to hold mine in the neck. Now, I have my feet hip distance or in that ballet first, whichever you prefer. And I'm going to bring my leg back behind me, turning it out. My arm is coming out. Again, now, if you need to hold on to this, at any stage if you want to hold on to Meg, do.
Yeah.
You're just going to pulse that leg up. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Now I'm doing 25 of these a day. My technical team is moving and I'm going to throw something at him. For 17, Mal, I get it distracted with you. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, drop back down. So that's not only lifting the bum, it's working the core and it's working that opposite leg. Going to go to the opposite side. And again, you're turning that knee out. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come back down, and again, they're great. You can really
Yeah, you can feel it.
You have to use your core. Now we're going to come straight leg, and again, if you need to, just bring your hand onto the thing. I'm just doing it because it's a little bit more challenging for me. I find that when I have my hand there and that, I kind of don't use my supporting leg. Please feel free. Don't lose your balance because you won't do it properly. So again, with this time, I'm going to bring my back leg, my left leg back, and I'm going to bring my right leg forward, my right arm forward. That's going to give me a little bit of counterbalance. Same thing, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now I'm really having to concentrate on my core. I can't even look at Meg. For 10, 9, 8, 7. So I'm squeezing that crease just at the top of the leg and by my buttock 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop back down, opposite side. And again, just reaching. So again, nice and long. This is my weaker side. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back down. We're going to drop our weights and we're just going to come down. We'll just do a few monkey walks as we go in, just to warm up a little bit before we go into. I'm going to do 10 full push-ups. Meg's going to do 10 half push-ups.
Whatever we can do.
And if all comes to all, we can get our technical team to do the half push-ups if he wants to, because he's quite good at the half push-ups. But we'll see how it goes. I'm trying to get my technique. I find that I'm falling into my shoulders. I can see it myself. So I'm really trying to get that form correct. So we'll just start by rolling down. We're going to walk forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding that and back. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming back down. Now Maggie, at this stage you can bring down your knees. I'm going to make sure that I'm nice and in line. Good. Oh, sorry, you weren't on the mat. And you're just going to breathe in, breathe out for 1. Lovely. Lovely. That's a real improvement. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out for 5. 3, 2, 1. And nice and gently. Reach back, stretch. Bring one hand underneath. So you're stretching, because we've done a lot of the arm work. Then just come back and just again stretch. And just come back forward. And just because we're here, we might as well do it. We're just going to come where we're coming up into that reverse push-up. So remember, if you're not able to do a half push-up or a full push-up, this is a great practice to strengthen. So you're going to lift up, keep it nice and level. Now you don't want your bum dropping. I'm bending my elbows, coming back up. Now Meg is going to stay on both legs. I'm going to lift one leg just to make it a little bit harder. For 5, lovely. 4, 3, 2, 1, switch, reach. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back down. Just cross your legs or whichever way and just push yourself. And as if you're getting a kick in the stomach, curl down. Reach the hands up. Just bring the hands back and stretch back. Thanks very much, everybody. We'll be posting again either tomorrow or the next day. I hope you're keeping all safe and healthy.